Hi, everybody. So, we've been talking about presence and its importance in opening the door for creation. In this video, I want to talk about this concept called first position point of view, second position point of view. And the second position point of view is essentially the observer. So, if any of you have read Eckhart Tolle, you know about the observer and moving into a state of presence awareness and consciousness. And first position is when you're really just completely identified with your conditioning, with your unconscious behavior. There's no awareness. It's just you're inside of the program. The program is acting through you as you, but there's no awareness, there's no consciousness, there's no presence in that. And what it can feel like is it can feel like you're hooked on a position. You're right, somebody else is wrong. You're very rigidly identified with particular characteristics about yourself. I'm this way, I'm that way. I'm this type of person. I'm somebody who succeeds, or I'm somebody who just can't succeed. These conversations that we have over and over again that become fixed programs that then act through us. And so the idea is that you're really very, very much so identified with these patterned beliefs that have become what you think of as yourself. And that's the first position point of view. You're inside of the program. And the second position point of view is when you're able to step outside and observe the program and watch the program and have an honest look at the program and what it's doing to your life and to those around you and to your experiences and to your creations, and to witness the level of unconsciousness that the program is. So you're just observing from this distance. You're not only observing the thoughts that you're thinking, but you're also observing the feelings that are moving through the body, and you're feeling the feelings that are moving through your body in the second position point of view, because you're observing them and at the same time you're feeling them. Whereas in the first position point of view, you may not even be aware of what you're feeling because you're totally inside the program and it has you. It's taken you over. You might even say, I'm not angry, or I'm not upset, or if you've ever seen people do that, they're completely identified with that first position mentality. So in the second position, there's a little bit of space that opens up between who you thought you were unconsciously. So it's just you're identifying with something, you don't even think about it. It's just, that's how I am. There's a little bit of space between that as you disidentify with these rigid egoic structures, which some of them are good, some of them are not. And you start to understand, experience, know, those are better words than understand, that you are the space that the conversation is happening within. So you become not only the observer, but also like a space holder, allowing this conversation to continue to flow without any need to stop it and without any resistance about it. Because in the second position, you know that those conversations are not who you are. So there's no desire to resist. There's no desire to stop. There's no desire to get in the way of those conversations. There's not even a desire to change those conversations, even though you might be experiencing what people call negative emotions in your body. You might be feeling those emotions. There's no desire to change anything because you understand that what's happening to you is essentially the conditioning allowing itself to unwind. If you continue to stay in the observer position, in the second position point of view, what will happen is the patterns that have kept you back from being present will start to dissolve simply through your awareness. What normally happens with people, and especially, if you've been deep in the work of Abraham Hicks or other teachers in Law of Attraction, and I love Abraham Hicks, but in my own journey as well, I started to think that I needed to resist everything that was negative or not creating what I wanted in my life experience. And what I found was a much more effective way to dissolve things is just to understand that they're not you and to simply observe them. In those spaces, there's zero resistance. If you resist what's coming up, you move back into the first position. In the moment that you resist it, you move back into the first position. You start identifying with it. Oh, this is me, and this is a part of me that I really don't like, and I really want to change. And when you resist, you strengthen. So you strengthen that identity and add to that identity instead of allowing it to dissolve and fade and disintegrate. So if you're in the second position and you're observing and you're simply watching, these patterns will begin to dissolve in the light of your consciousness. And it's a really graceful, beautiful way to move into an aware, awake state of presence where you have unlimited options to choose from. And then from there, you can create from this place of wholeness and not resisting anything that comes into your experience. You're also in a space where you are bulletproof. Nothing can take you out because you're not afraid of experiencing any of the emotions or seeing any of the patterns, because you understand that the more you see and the more you can feel, the quicker the dissolution process will happen. So I hope this has been helpful. I'd love to hear your insights and questions below. Let me know.